It's Thursday, everyone. I'm Andrew Dow. Time for our Happening in the Hamptons podcast, our weekly breakdown of the Hamptons market, new listings, and events on the East End. We are sponsored by New York Title Abstract, the Hamptons' leading title insurance firm. Visit NewYorkTitle.com. We are joined, as always, by Steve Glick, and today, in for Dave, is David Andrews. Welcome, buddy.
How you doing?
Dave Rotiner is in Disney, I guess. So we have another David from Hamptons.com who is going to share with us what's going on. But first, we want to get to Mr. Vincent Pescatore.
What's going on, guys?
Return guest. How are you?
So is this the second time that David is back in Disney this year?
He feels like it, right? I don't know. He's a Disney guy, you know? Go down there and I guess, well, I don't know. Is it a good time to go to Disney? Is it still hot? I don't know.
I think it's a good time. It's October, so the weather's moderate down there.
I wouldn't go in August.
Yeah.
Well, good to be back, guys.
Good. Yeah. So what are we talking about? You got a lot going on. You got a couple of things in Southampton, Hampton Bays. You're in East Quogue. You're like all over the place. Staying busy.
Yeah, so
where do you want to start?
Yeah, so we could start with some of the new listings that I'm going to be putting up. These are some new constructions in Hampton Bays. Specifically, I want to talk about this really cool one on 19 Shinnecock Road.
Okay.
I
drive by it routinely. I've literally watched the progress. It's a great looking house.
I've seen you there practicing training for your Ironman, which you did pretty good on, right?
Did pretty good. It's behind us. We're gonna pump the brakes on the biking and running. So I'm not gonna be. I'll be passing in the car in the near future, going by that house. But tell us about this place.
Yeah, so I purchased this house about a year ago, and since we bought it, we've been completely rebuilding the house from the basement up. To 2 stories. So we redid the basement. We lowered the level of the ground there to make the ceilings higher. So we got 10-foot ceilings there.
Wow.
Really cool. Reframe most of the structure, to create an open concept. We have 2 bedrooms on the first floor there. Really cool. 12-foot sliding door that I added there, so it's like a nice open concept to the backyard. 45-foot long lap pool.
And you added that in? You added the pool in?
We put that in, yeah.
So you don't just sell Hampton Bays, you actually also invest in Hampton Bays. So you're a believer in the Hampton Bays market.
Yeah, so I love the Hampton Bays market. I think it's a great market it's a great intro market into the Hamptons. You can still find decent deals there. Either finished products like what I'm offering right now with 19 Shinnecock, which we're going to be listing around 1.6.
Okay.
Or you could pick up a project that if you want to put in the work. Right now you could still get something around 800.
Wow.
750.
And there's opportunities there. If someone wants to purchase that project for 800 and invest, they could renovate it like you're doing, and still there's money to be made.
And there's still money to be made. Yeah, wow. Exactly. So it's nice to have that to be able to bring that to the table with my clients. I have the expertise of knowing how to build a house, and so when we're looking at new projects, when we're looking at when we're looking at any property, I can give them my feedback on,
what they can do with it.
What you can do with it.
And you live in Hampton Bays, right? How many years have you been living there?
Yeah, I live in Hampton Bays. I've been living there for a good 12 years.
Okay.
This 19 Shinnecock Road house that I'm listing, it's literally a few houses from my house. And
that's cool.
I think one of the biggest things with this house that I love is the location. I would not move anywhere else, and I wouldn't move to Southampton. I wouldn't move to West Hampton. I love that location. Andrew can tell you because that's his run, but
you're less than 2 miles to the beach.
Less than 2 miles to Ponquag Beach, which is an incredible beach in Hampton Bays with the bathrooms, the shop, but you're also
real close to the bay.
Down the street to the bay, down the street to really cool waterfront restaurants, the seafood shop.
Hampton Coffee.
Hampton Coffee is a few houses
right
down.
there. It's awesome.
I'm looking at that on the map.
Yeah,
so that's
it's a great spot.
That's new for Hampton Coffee right there, right?
Yeah, it used to be the Hamlet.
Okay.
Like last summer, and then I think Hampton Coffee opened there this winter, and
It's been packed.
it's jammed every day.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like almost right next door.
So there's this cool energy in
a good
this
street.
in this location, right? For me, the number one thing that I'm looking at when I'm buying real estate or when I'm looking for real estate for my clients is you start with the location. It's all about the location, and the title of this listing is A+ location, because that's what I think it is. You know, you're buying into a location with like great energy down the street to every amenity. Something just actually happened across the street from that property. The town just bought 3 acres over there, which they're turning into a park.
No way, really?
So across the street, you have 3 acres of protected land, you know, from the town, and they're going to do that into like a little park with water access there.
Yeah, I think you could put like paddle boards and stuff in.
Yeah, with like a launching.
Oh, that's awesome.
It used to be a like I don't know if it was like a hotel or a motel, and it had fallen into disrepair and it sat there for a number of years. It was like fenced off, and then the town bought it, knocked it down, and they're just going to turn it into a green space, which I think is incredible because, you know, anything by the water out here, it's like scooped up and built up. But so it'll be really cool to have easy access to get into the bay.
To get into the bay, right? It's going to be for the community to
almost
get the
right
water
next
access.
to your house there. So
Well, and it shows that the town saw something similar in that area and property that you saw when you're looking for a place to build a new property. And if the town is putting in a new investment in a park to get people out there, that really is evidence that this area is getting a lot of good attention.
Absolutely, yeah. For the town to see the value of that. Another thing for that point is that they're adding sidewalks. Almost from every street, they're adding sidewalks all the way to the beach, because
That's so huge.
Everybody's walking there. Everybody's like taking their bikes. So the town is investing
in Hampton Bays
into Hampton Bays in that area.
I know when I interviewed you, that was something you talked about, that there really is a, kind of a year-round vibe in Hampton Bays, and that it is a place that has a real community and not just a summer renter vibe. Do you think that that's what this location, and I know you said you live in that neighborhood. What's it like in the fall?
Yeah, so absolutely. So it's a mixed crowd, some year-round and some, just summer residents there, but it's definitely more active through the winter than other towns out here that just
Well, the restaurants remain open, right? The restaurants remain open.
Oh yeah, don't get me talking about the restaurants. I mean, we have in Hampton Bays, we can check this, but I think we have the most amount of waterfront restaurants out of any of the towns here.
I can fact check that.
Yeah, let's fact check that. I can name you like 10.
It's pretty accurate. It's safe to say. Yeah.
We have a lot of incredible.
What's your favorite one?
Restaurants.
What's your go-to spot?
So this summer it was Amalfi.
Amalfi.
Nice.
I've heard that so many times. People love Amalfi.
Yeah, this summer it was fun. That was the spot
you can
to
get
be.
in. You got it.
If you can get in, they had like
it's like a waiting list.
a waiting
line.
list. Yeah,
See, I went there like 2 years ago, and it was still like up and coming. Now it's like forget
now
about
it's
it.
the spot.
You're a tough critic, Steve.
Yeah.
It was nice because they had like on the weekends they had like a DJ outside. They had the chef is actually pretty good.
He's the guy that runs the Italian restaurant, right?
Yeah, it's Italian background. I'm not sure.
Centro.
Oh, really?
He's from Centro.
I think from there they moved there.
Yeah. It's the same
All right.
same group.
Yeah.
There you go.
So if you go there, I recommend the Bronzino. That's what I ordered. I shared that with someone. Just the full
Who'd
fish.
you share it with?
I shared it with a lady.
Nice.
You know specifics.
We'll fact check that too.
How many drinks did you have?
That's funny.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So good location. All right. So is that on the market now, or it's coming on the market? What if people want?
That's coming on the market. Stay tuned. It's going to be price to sell. I'm following the listings in Hampton Bays, and a lot of them they're putting them up and they're getting 40 saves, 50 saves on potential buyers, and so something is happening. I think things are turning.
Well, have you seen like an uptick? I know that the interest rates went down a little bit, and they're saying that hey, they may go down even more by the end of the year. Has that recent decline in interest rates saw an uptick in the Hamptons over the past month and a half.
So I think for the smart buyers, right? Because there was a drop on the interest rates. It was small. It was a quarter of a percent, but there was signaling of potential more drops into next year.
Got it.
So if you're a smart buyer, this is the time to buy, because this is when the sellers are the most motivated. They have been doing price cuts, and the rates are going to drop. But what happens when, if they, once we get to the next drops, there's going to be more buyers. So right now is the time to go out there, negotiate the deals. And,
that's good advice. We're right in that sweet spot, in between.
Less buyers have caught on to the lower interest rates, so there's not as much competition at the price point right now.
Right now, yeah. So right now it's like, look, sellers, builders, they want to sell their houses right now. I don't want to sit on their empty houses through the winter. They're motivated right now. I put some deals recently.
So are you a motivated seller with this house?
I'm a motivated seller, so I'm pricing this house to sell. I don't mess around with that. I know the numbers. I follow numbers every day, and I've been waiting a few days, and now I think I'm going to be ready to put this up at a competitive rate. Yeah. But great. If you're a buyer, call me because I'll negotiate the deal for you. Because that's what's going on right now, and you'll pick up a good deal.
That's so awesome, Vince.
That's good. Well, let's talk about big picture. What do you got, boss? What do
big picture.
How are we looking in the
I've seen a lot of increases this week. 38 listings went into contract from West Hampton and Montauk. 25 last year, so that's an increase of 52%. 2 years ago, there were 22 listings that went into contract, so it's an increase of 73%. Breakdown of the 38 transactions: 3 over 20 million, 2 between 10 and 15 million, 6 between 5 and 10 million, 7 between 3 and 5 million, 9 between 2 and 3 million, 9 between 1 and 2 million, and just 2 under $1 million. The dollar volume was $207 million. Last year, 91 million, so it's an increase of 128%. 2 years ago, it was only 65 million in 1 week. So that's an increase of 218%. There were 28 new listings that came onto the market, so that just decreases our inventory by 10 listings because there were 38 that went into contract. But the breakdown of the 28 new listings, there was 1 over 20 million, 3 between 10 and 15 million, 4 between 5 and 10, 5 between 3 and 5, 4 between 2 and 3, 9 between 1 and 2, and 2 new listings under $1 million. The inventory is just over 2,000 total listings with 2,064. 1,560 active and 504 in contract. So a great week, 38 listings going into contract. That's pretty high. That's good to see.
I was pretty amazed at our last meeting, our company meeting, that, some of these listings that our brokers are talking about, they're going on and they got like multiple offers.
Oh yeah. The number, there's two factors, right? It's price and representation, right? So if you price the property right, you're going to get immediate response because that shows that there's buyers out there. 38 listings going into contract. There's buyers every week, so pricing is key. And then representation as well. You can launch a property but have poor representation, and those properties will sit on the market regardless of the price. And that's why at Saunders we do a great job, as you know, Vince, marketing these properties and representing them. But it all comes down to the numbers, right? Yeah. And like you said, you pay close attention to your numbers and you're pricing your Hampton-based property really well. And I wouldn't be surprised if once you put this live online, you'll get immediate responses. And that's how you know that it's priced right. Right. And that could be from under $1 million to over 20. It doesn't matter. If as long as it's priced right, there's buyers. As you can see this breakdown here, in every single price category, there's people transacting. So.
Yeah, that's I was going to say that. Multiple of the agents, on the firm, different price points, multiple offers, and
it's great
and
to
some
see.
of the listings, and I'm like, wow, okay, good.
It's wild.
This feels good. It's
and people are the sellers are understanding hey, listen to your agent. If they're telling you something, don't try to price it too high, just price it right. And you wouldn't be surprised. You may even get a bidding war. And I've seen a couple of these listings go over ask, which is, did the agent price it too low? No, they priced it just right. And it was an attractive property and multiple people are bidding on it. It's psychological. If you price it too high, they may not even throw an offer, around. So it's a balance. You got to be right in that sweet spot. And that's the job of the agent, is to really go through the data, sit with the homeowner, and just determine, hey, what's the best value for this house? Like, what are we going to do?
The number and just marketing the best you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
A great presentation
Position it
going forward.
correctly,
Get great photos, get the drones, get the videos, put it online, make sure the ad copy's right, the headlines, everything plays an integral part in launching these listings and getting immediate responses.
Well said. David Andrews, your time to shine, man. What do you got going on this weekend?
I'm a longtime listener, first time here. I'm excited to fill in for Dave. I think he always has some kind of, he's a Hamptons dad, always out with his kids doing that thing. So I'm bringing a little different energy to this. So this is the Hamptons International Film Festival is this week, Friday to next Wednesday. Definitely make sure you check out Hoops, Hope, and Dreams, story I didn't know about Martin Luther King using basketball to help generate social change. It's the New York debut of this film by Glenn Kano. So I'm excited for that.
Wow.
We've also got the Southampton Fest, October 3rd to 5th, which is a great community event. I'm sure that there will be a lot of people out there. Dowd, are you going to that?
I'm out of town this weekend.
Okay, all right. Well, there will definitely be a lot of people out there.
Yes.
Out and about.
Great.
If you're in Sag Harbor, the church it's not a church, it's the museum at the church, has their Knowledge Friday series is coming up with Mayor Tom Gardella. He's got a great story. It's a really cool speaker series. If you're into speaker series, check that out. And then got to plug the Springs Fest, second annual music festival. Great time, Heart of Springs. If you love the Springs, you're going to love Springs Fest. And Springs people will get on me. I'm saying the Springs Fest, not the Springs Festival. I know it's not the Springs, but all right, that's just my spiel.
It's
Thank
not
you.
the Springs. It's
not
just
the
Springs.
Springs.
It's the Springs, huh?
I don't want to have any stolen local valor or anything. I'm not a Deep Springs guy like Dave is, of course. But I will say that if you, now he's a Southampton guy. But if he's being honest, he'll let you know that he's from Springs, Deep Springs.
The former backup quarterback of
QB2
East Hampton, high school. That was really well done. Man, look at that.
All right.
Informative, concise, energetic.
I'm ready to go.
Can
you hear my heart beating through the microphone?
No, man, it's very calm, collected.
I love it.
Dave's gonna be upset.
Dave can say in Disney.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, you should have called me in. We could have conferenced in.
No, we miss you. We miss you, Dave.
That's great, man. All right, so we already covered your go-to restaurants. So I can't even ask him that question. But what do you got going on this weekend? Open houses?
I'm busy with real estate. So I also have another great listing that I just put on the market. Touch base on that quickly.
Sure.
It's a great commercial property with the best number one visibility and traffic out of any property. It's like right across from mini golf on the highway there, just past Mercedes-Benz.
So what can you do with this property? This is a highway business, right? So
this is a highway business.
It's currently what? A car?
Yeah, so currently he has a car dealer and a mechanic there. It's a great building with high ceilings, so you got the lifts and you have all the mechanic equipment, plenty of parking in the front, and in the front probably for like about 20 cars, and then in the back you could probably fill that lot with another 40 cars.
Dowd, you could use that.
This
is the perfect property for Dowd
This would be
and
awesome.
his car projects.
All the car enthusiasts.
I'm running out of room at home, so I need a $3.5 million commercial property now to upgrade. Yes,
But Vince, if
Tell Sarah.
if you're not a car enthusiast, you can do anything with this.
Yeah,
right?
so highway business allows you for multiple uses for the Southampton Code.
Okay.
I can share more information on what those uses are.
Sure.
But just as is just a great investment. He's got some good rental history there, a good cap rate, and just a building with a lot of potential. So if you're looking for a commercial investment opportunity, I would definitely reach out and look into this property, because there has been some good sales in the neighborhood, and this is positioned pretty good.
there you go.
That visibility is just unmatched.
Unmatched. I mean, every person that comes in and out of the Hamptons drives in front of that building. You cannot miss it.
Yeah.
You got to find the DOT and find out what that number is, because I'm sure they know roughly how many cars come in and out. I mean, it's got to be hundreds of thousands of eyeballs every day.
Yeah.
That would be something interesting to find out, honestly. That would be a good point.
All right, that's a good
numbers. Yeah.
Good listening.
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Well, all right, let's call that a podcast today. Vince, good luck with everything. You're super busy, which is awesome. David Andrews, outstanding. We'll have you fill in the next time David Rotiner goes to Disney. And Steve, we'll see you next week. So, all right, everybody have a great weekend. I'm Andrew Dowd, and that is what's happening in the Hamptons.